Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy full moon in Libra. How is everybody doing? How did everybody sleep with this full moon in Libra? I'm getting all the mixed signals, I should say, from a lot of my clients that I've actually talked to this morning regarding the full moon. But I hope this day finds you absolutely fantastic. And welcome to this masterclass regarding your energy and how to use your energy for massive growth. My name, for those that don't know me, my name is Deanna Bamford. Everybody calls me Dee. I'm a cosmic energy mentor. Cosmic energy intelligence and awareness is my jam. And I'll explain more about that as we go. And I'm just so excited to see you all here today. And if you're catching the replay, please let us know in the comments where you're watching from and know that I am here to support you. All right. So I wanted to just basically super simple have a conversation about energy work and cosmic healing. So one thing that I wanted to touch on is that we all have coaches out there, coaches to support us in many different ways. We can have nutritionists, even your doctor. It's one of your coaches. If you have a business, you may have a marketing coach, a strategy coach, a business coach. They are therapists out there that coach you through relationships, through different things in your life. And but really rarely you get an energy coach, somebody to support you energetically with everything that you are doing, with everything that you're experiencing, with everything that you want to do. I have clients that they're very successful and they meditate every day, they work out every day, they eat really well, they have nutritionists, they have great relationships, but somehow they still feel that they are not complete. They still feel that there's some lack. They still feel that there is something going on, that something may be missing out there. And they're like, why don't I feel like super good when on the outside, on paper, my life looks wonderful? And that's because energetically, we're not paying attention to it. So sometimes we give, and give, and then you feel drained. And what is very important right here to point out is that my partner drains me. That person drains me. I can't have a conversation with somebody because they drain me. Have any of you had that one friend that after having a conversation where this person you feel you need a shower, you're like, oh my gosh, they just dumped all over me. So that is actually not on them. That is entirely on you. And I know that may come of like, well, no, D, da 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 da. If you have some resistance towards that little statement, reflect on it for a second. We have no control over others, but we do have control over our responses to life, to circumstances and situations. So keeping boundaries, energetic boundaries, will allow you to not feel that way after speaking with that person. Or even better, you do not have to meet with that person. You have the power to choose, which so often everybody is a giver. Everybody is out there to give, give, give. And they're like, well, it's because I'm just so nice and I want to support. And it's okay to say no. It's okay. You need to fill up your cup first, and you heard this a billion times, before helping others. So this is where the energy work comes in. You don't have to go to a healer. You don't have to go to a Reiki master. You don't have to go to an energy therapist to do this. They are there to guide you. I'm a Reiki master myself. I do a lot of energy work, and that's all I do with my clients. But I guide them and teach them that they can do this themselves. I'm like, you're basically paying me to guide you. Okay. They're like, Dee, you did this for me. I did not do anything. You were willing, open, and ready, and so receptive that you saw the change within yourself. So, how can we use our energy for massive growth? Begins with shifting the way you think. And I know that this can be like, I tried. and nothing is sticking. I'm going to work with you. Today, you're going to learn an easy step, is the simplest thing on how you can shift that and begin to change your energy and literally change your life the way it is. Actually, it's not even change your life because that's such a big statement that you hear all the time. But you're going to begin to change how you experience life right now, literally after this. And so the very first thing that we need to pay attention to is to reprogram the self. So we are conditioned. And I'm actually going to share my screen with you right now, and bear with me for a second because I actually never done a screen share on StreamYard, but we're going to share today. That's what we're doing. So one of the big things that we have with is that we hold on one second. Here we go. Okay. This statement is huge. This statement right here, which is we must unlearn what we have learned because a conditioned mind cannot comprehend the infinite. And that is true to the biggest extent. So we all have been conditioned by life experiences, by our parents, by peers, by relationships, spouses, any way, in so many forms. And reprogramming the self, learning to remember, is the most important key that there is here in order to make any change. So if you are feeling a certain way, it can snowball completely against you. So a big statement that is, it's extremely true, and I, with so much love, I highly encourage you to just sit with it and reflect with it. It's like, why do you tend to activate beliefs that are valid, but work completely against you? Why do you continue to activate beliefs that are valid and work completely against you? So many times we create so many excuses around, well, I broke my leg and I can't do anything. Why can't you pick up a new hobby, a new thing? We make so much excuses for the limitations. And if you're watching this live or the replay, if you're live, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone live or replay, but just know that you're here. If you come to this video, it called you. This video was calling for you because it's time to do that change, to shift the energy. And just think about that. Why do you activate beliefs that are valid, all the limitations, but work against you? They're not benefiting you. So thinking about that, just focusing on that for a second and reflecting on it, allow it to integrate. So we first must unlearn what we have learned because a conditioned mind cannot comprehend the infinite. So we need to reprogram that entirely. So learn to remember and reprogram the energy system. And a lot of times, and believe me, I work with clients of all ages, of all demographics, and they all have a reason. And I'm like, it's just an excuse for your limitations. And then we work through it. So one of the big ways of doing this is the I am statement. So let me know, maybe in the comments, let me know if I am statements are affirmations, mantras, if you want to call them, if they come natural to you. So it is really important. This is something super interesting. Like my husband's like, I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to try to convince myself. And I'm like, you're just trying to remember. You're not trying to convince yourself. You have to convince your system that you're not stuck, right? That you're not limited. So one of the best ways to do it is through affirmations. And a lot of the times, and I've talked to many people before, it's that affirmations don't work for everyone. For some, they come naturally, boom, supernatural, and they work with it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it flows. For some others, it doesn't. It just absolutely does not. Or some of them will. They'll feel very natural. And then you'll have some resistance with others. So the way to shift the energy and use the energy to your advantage is to reprogram the system. Become aware of where the limitations are and which beliefs are active in order for you to deactivate them. And a way to deactivate them is through the power of word. And most importantly, you have to feel it. So you can say affirmations all day, every day if you want, but if you do not feel them, they just meant nothing and you just wasted saliva. So you see here that I have I am, you are, and then your name, and you are. So if one of the most challenging affirmations I would say that it's out there that I've seen people struggle with is the I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am successful. It's a heavy one for some people. For some, it may come natural and they feel it and they manifest. For others, not so much. So when you have a little bit of a challenge with an affirmation, speak directly to your inner being. In this particular statement, I'm definitely going to give credit to Shaman Durek. I learned it from him of speaking more directly to your inner being. So rather than saying, I am, speak directly to your inner being, which is still you, and say, you are. You are worthy. If I say, I am worthy, and you hear the little boy saying, BS, no, you don't believe that, shift it. Find ways to shift and what feels more in line with you. So you are worthy. You are worthy. If that's still not resonating, use your name. For example, if I'm doing it, D, you're worthy. Emily, you're worthy. Rebecca, you are worthy. Stephanie, you are worthy. Tanya, you are worthy. Scott, you are worthy. Brian, you are worthy. Chase, you are worthy. Sarah, you are worthy. And say your name. Speak to you as a third person. Notice which one it's more in association, in vibration with you. But you don't have to stop at like, oh, and I had clients that are like, oh, I don't like affirmations. They're like, no, they never work for me. And I'm like, okay, let's reprogram. Let's just see if we can work them at a different way. And they're doing amazing. They're like, oh my gosh, I love them so much. And then even going, I have clients that started with the you are statements and they got so comfortable, they felt it so good that then they begin to use the power that of I am. I am that I am is one of the biggest, most powerful activation statements that we have, and they were able to shift it. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be stagnant. You were not born to suffer. It doesn't have to be hard. But how true does that ring for you? That I have to struggle to get XYZ. It has to be hard in order to feel like I succeeded. That is old conditioning. That is not you. It has nothing to do with your inner being to struggle. Your inner being will never speak against you. Your energy will never speak against you. It will never lie, but it will never speak against you. So just trust in that. So another thing that is, so here with the I am statements, a beautiful thing that I say every morning, and I don't know if I want to use the word I challenge you or uh, I encourage you. That's what I want to do. I encourage you. And if you watch any of my YouTube videos or you are in my Facebook group, I say this often, often. So I only welcome and allow high vibrational frequency of love and light into my energy field. If you say this, if you state this every morning, before you even get out of bed, before, as soon as you open your eyes, before the outside world, the society, and the environment around you begins to come in, if you simply just state this, you will see a shift. You will see a change. It's very powerful. I have a client called it's like that is the magic spell of magic spells. Uh, Things will begin to shift. So we only work with high vibrational frequency of love and light. Love is the highest vibration planet Earth has. You are a vibrational being speaking a vibrational language, living in a vibrational planet. Everything is vibration. It's not material in a way. What you see is not what you get. So state this. I only welcome and allow high vibrational frequency of love and light into my energy field every morning. Do this for what feels good. Do this for 7 days. Do this for 7 days. Doesn't have to mean Monday to Sunday. Start it today. Start it now. Just repeating and just, I only welcome and allow high vibrational frequency of love and light into my energy field. And if the I doesn't work, you're like I, and it feels like no, then say you only welcome and allow, or use your name. D, you only welcome and allow high vibrational frequency. This is saying to the universe, to the world, to people around you, that you only entertain and work with high vibrational frequency. Therefore, if they are lower vibrational frequency and they are not, anything that is not of your highest good will not come through. So one of the big things, oops, sorry, my computer's getting a little hot, so we're going to shift it. One of the things that does come with this is that things that are no longer of your highest good, serving your highest good in any way, are going to fall away. So that's my little disclosure. It is a powerful, like my client calls it, a magic spell. It is a powerful activation that it awakens your dormant DNA. It awakens your remembrance codes within you. And I know that can sound a little woo and a little out there, but just try it. But try it with intention. Feel it. If the I only doesn't work, use the you or use your name and say, D-U-R with it. Another one that I absolutely love and my clients love, and they love these ones too, is this one. Show me opportunities that are of my highest good and in my best interest. Therefore, anything, the universe conspires to give you what you want. This is putting you in a vibration of, and a receptive vibration of yes, saying yes to life, saying yes to the universe. And a lot of you did, especially this last year with the pandemic. We were really nudged gently, others will disagree, into slowing down, into looking at things with different perspectives. We are shifting. The vibration of this planet is shifting, and so is yours. So why not try something new? Why not begin with the self? And remember, we cannot change our environment, our outside world, while remaining the same inside. And we're removing old conditioning. So the way to use your energy for massive growth, remove the old conditioning. And at the end, I'm going to give you the super key code for everything. Well, which is a lot of this. So allow yourself to think differently. So how everything ties here. And one, in the ways, of course, your energy can shift quickly is to feel good. However, other outside circumstances tap in. And some people, and I hear, and everything I speak of, I work with, okay? And we've dissected in billions of ways because life is full of options. You're never limited. You're a limitless being. We're just limited by our beliefs. So it's to feel good. So when we are like, I can't feel good. Oops, sorry, something got my, you're like, I can't feel good. I can't stop thinking of this. And that's all there is the thought. So redirecting the thought. The easiest and quickest way to do it is to breathe. So often when you're not feeling good, check in. Am I breathing? Am I really breathing? Check in first. And then just take a deep breath and begin to count. Maybe even use your fingers. Something tangible. So it's almost like when we feel anxiety. What can I feel? What can I see? What can I smell? What can I taste? Go through the senses. So if you're not feeling good, rather than playing it, because then you just begin to play this little thing over and over, it's just to breathe, focus on the breath for a second, or clap the hands. I'm clapping my hands. Focus on this, on the feeling, and then redirect it to looking at something. You look outside, oh, that's a beautiful plant. It's a beautiful day. You can count. It says, Abraham says 17 seconds, and you can shift the energy completely. You can just begin to count. We can even use your fingers. It doesn't even have to be 17 seconds, but like 1, 2, 3, maybe breathe with it, but you're focusing on the tangible thing that is right in front of you. But feeling good is your birthright. Feeling good is why you came to this planet. You may not think of it that way, but think of it. Did I come to this planet to be tortured? Did I come to this planet to, experience life this way? Is this the way my life is? If anything is not in alignment with how you feel, you have the power to change that. All you have to do is reprogram the self. And it's so simple. Begin with this I am statements that I send you, that not the I am statement, but the I only work and allow. I only work. No, I didn't say work. Sorry. I have to. I forgot for a second. It happens. But I only welcome high vibrational frequency. I say it in so many different ways, but just using, I only welcome and allow high vibrational frequency of love and light into my energy field. Begin with this. And then ask the universe to show you the opportunities that are of your highest good. And then let me know how that goes, because it's going to go only freaking amazing. I do have to say, when we do sometimes energy work, and even with this little statement right here, this little statement, this little magic spell has had some of my clients, they have ended up in certain situations that they're like, oh my gosh, my life felt like it fell apart, only because it's actually fallen into place. So just know that when you're going to begin to say yes to change and to feeling good, the universe is going to deliver to you exactly that. So, any questions? Anybody has any questions? Any questions that are your own personal questions right now? I can answer to you anything that you would like, really, in this moment. And for those of you that have worked with me before, I do channeling, and if you, with your permission, I can tap into your energy and give you some answers. So, oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Misty. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, try them. Yep. See, Misty's. It's she. I actually. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. But it is a life changer once you really embody it. So just try them. Continue to try them. Continue to just notice how life plays out for you, because it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. So I'm about to wrap this up, but I wanted to share with you something that I actually felt inspired this morning to have. I was like, I kind of want to offer even a little more. And so I'm actually going to do another masterclass, but that's going to be a private one. I will send you a Zoom link for that if you want to sign up. And it's just like the one simple rule to deactivate beliefs that are valid but work against you and master the way you feel. And so I'm going to do that. I'm thinking here in this next month. And if you would like to get into my newsletter, just sign up at my website, and let's connect. Let me know, how I can support you too. You can find me on Instagram. You can see the Instagram right there, right below, and on my website. But I will do this other class that I really would like to share with you more in more detail will probably be about an hour. Maybe we'll even do an hour and a half, depending on how many people sign up. I can probably do very private one-on-one. Um, so it is important to, just to come together, and I can share with you more tips on how to, step away from those beliefs that work against you. And I have a question here. I get off rail so easily when meditating. Any tips? Yes, 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 yes. I'm just okay. I have a question. If you wouldn't mind, do you do more guided meditation, or is it just music, or you just hear like there's nothing around? But I'll still mention in other ways. Would love to just know your particular one, and that way I can give you even more guidance. But when we are distracted when meditating, sometimes it may not be even guided. Okay, beautiful. So when we are doing a meditation, and the mind begins to go. So that's like gut off the rail. So you're like, the guided person is like, breathe. And you're going through, I'm just using the chakras, okay? And you're going through the chakras, and suddenly you're thinking, okay, I need to go do this or do that, and all these other things. The first thing is breathe and literally say to yourself, no, I'm in this guided meditation. I'm going to listen to her again, or listen to the voice again, whoever's guiding you, listen again. And it may take 2 seconds, right? And you're back at like, I have to go to the store and this, and it's like, no, I am here. I am listening to this meditation. I am letting go. I am letting go. I am letting go. And then you catch onto the meditation again. It's the reprogramming I'm talking about. We have just bringing it back and bringing it back and bringing it back. And it may take you the first time, it may take you maybe the entire meditation where you're like, in all reality, I only listened to this meditation for about, 3 minutes out of the 20. But the next time you try it, you may listen to that meditation for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then you'll do it as entirely. All we have to do when we get off the rail is to redirect the focus. Focus, where is my attention and where is my focus? And that you just bring it back, and we just bring it back. It's like when a little kid, right? It's the pool, and they want to run to the pool. What do? You grab the kid and say, no, we don't go to the pool. You have to be careful. No. And we just kind of come back until eventually the kid knows that, that's danger, and I can't go to the edge of the pool by myself. So it's the same thing. We're just reprogramming, just coming back. If the breath doesn't work, because I have clients that, it's so interesting to say this, I have clients that they tell me I can't breathe. I just can't focus on the breath. I have them tap. And then they breathe with the tapping. So they tap, and they're focusing on the tap. And it can be on the wrist, can be on the chest if you're laying down. If you're cross-legged meditating on the floor, it can be tapping on the legs. And you're focusing on the tapping. You're maybe not even listening to the guided meditation. You're focusing on the tapping and just breathing. The breath will anchor you. And that's why so many meditation teachers and just so many people say about the meditation, about the breath. Did that help? I would love to know if that was beneficial. If it's something you can try too. If it's something you're like, let me know. Deep breath doesn't work for me, or I haven't tried the tapping. I would say try the tapping. But I would love to know if that would help. Okay, good. Let me know if once that if it did help, how how that feels for you after, and let me know if you have other ways of how can I support that. You don't feel like, oh, I saw this master class, this chick talk, and then I went off on my own, and then I had questions. Ask me questions. I'm here. So if my energy resonates with any of you, I'm always here. And yes, oh, Aisha, yay, yes. So it helped. So I'm so glad that it does help. Yes. Oh, good. And we just have to remember. Yeah, we always just have to remember to use the tapping. And that's the thing when we do the reprogramming, just to come back. And yes, I would love to know for sure. Oh, well, thank you all so very much. And so if you're interested, I'm going to do another master class on the one simple route to deactivate the beliefs that are valid but work against you, and master the way you feel, because the way you feel is how you can experience life. If we're feeling crappy, we're not going to have the best experience in life. If we're feeling fantastic, we are going to have a better experience in life, but definitely deactivating those beliefs that are valid. So this is where you get to come in. We'll be on a Zoom call, so I'll be able to see you all exactly, just because with StreamYard and all that, I can't see all of it. I'll be able to see you, and you can tell me, you can list yourself your list of excuses of why things don't work, or reasons that maybe shouldn't call them excuses, limiting, that are limiting you, and we can dissect those and work through them so you can gain massive clarity and direction. So I will be sending that through my newsletter. So just sign up for the newsletter on my website. And I'm not somebody who's going to flood your inbox with constant emails. I'm actually kind of trying to get better at it. But if I send maybe once a month, I'll send once. Sometimes I send one every 2 months. My business coach says send one at least once a month, but I'm not that person that is going to flood all your inbox with stuff. But I will send out through the newsletter. I will send out what day uh, the master class will be, and the time and all that. All right, so it's time to reprogram the self. And again, if you're not following me yet on Instagram, I would love to follow you. My Instagram is Deanna Bamford, Deanna.c.bamford, and just my website is deannabamford.com. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take in the energy of this full moon. Remember, the full moon is in Libra, so equal balance. So as you are releasing equally, what is it that you are receiving? And hopefully you can have, maybe you make some moon water. It's so great. If not, put it out tonight too. Put out a glass of water, cover it up, and the next morning, this is drinking water. You can put out the other kind of water too, the tap water, but just drinking water in the morning, make yourself, a tea with it, or shower yourself with it. It just feels absolutely amazing. Amazing, amazing. Yes, be open. Yes, yes. Thank you, Aisha. And again, thank you everyone so very much. If you have any questions, please just let me know. And thank you for being here. I love you all so very much. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you haven't signed up for my Facebook group, come on over. We always have great conversations there. And remember, every Wednesday I do a video on Wednesday Whispers, where I do an oracle card reading and the energy field for the rest of the week. So hopefully, you'll check that out. I love you all so very much. Yes, I will make it shareable. Yeah, make this be shareable. I will make this be shareable. I'll share it. I see you're on the Facebook, so I will make it shareable there. Absolutely. Thank you for that. And I love you all. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. Love you. Bye.